Hello, welcome back to the stream. Marvel Champions custom content. For this episode, we will be looking at the Secret Invasion scenario by Kajislav. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Kajislav. If I'm not, I apologise. Kajislav reached out and asked for me to cover it, which is great. Happy to do so, and it's quite topical since the show just came out. Now, as per the new rules of pre-selected the hero, I'm already pre-selected the scenario, obviously, but I'm going to go with Spidey because I grabbed the scenario and it is quite complicated. There's a lot going on, which befits the actual storyline, so it's not a criticism. So I'm just going to use a hero that I know well and know what I'm doing, so I don't have to think too much about the hero, what the hero is doing. I can deal with what's happening with here. So there's quite a lot of stuff going on here. The Skrulls have replaced various Earth superheroes, and they're represented by this special deck here, the Imposter deck, which is double-sided. Why you would do Imposter Carnage, I don't know, but anyway. So you got things like Phoenix here is really a Skrull called Koya, and Dum Dum Dugan's really a scroll called Sintlo. And they're double-sided. They have their own deck called the Imposter deck, and they start off camouflage. And you're meant to randomly draw from it, so I'm not too sure how you can randomly draw. Like, I'm always going to know who's next. So really all I can do is just make sure it's shuffled, and I'm thinking maybe what I should do is if I have to draw from here, I shuffle it first and then grab whatever's the top. I think I might do that. When you're instructed to put a camouflaged ally or a revealed minion into play, put the card from the Imposter deck into play at random. If a camouflaged ally would leave play, flip it instead. If a revealed minion would leave play, place it in the discard pile. So essentially, while they're camouflaged, they act as if they're your friend. And so they count as an ally, which is pretty sweet. If they get discovered or for some whatever reason need to flip, they flip to their enemy side and they become a minion. So what I'm going to do is, instead of having to swap them back and forth over and over and over again, they are different sizes. So I'm going to use these ones as the ally ones and these ones as the minion ones. Let's do that. Now, when the villain changes form, so the villain is also double-sided, which is quite fascinating because you've got Spider-Woman, who is really Queen Varenki. Eventually gets revealed to be Queen Varenki, right? Spoiler alert for a comic story that's, whatever it is, 10 years old. So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So she has the same sort of deal, camouflaged or revealed. And you still need to go through her stages like you would normally. What's another interesting thing is, like I said, there's a lot going on. Even when they're there as your ally in camouflaged form, notice that their thing doesn't say thwart; it says scheme. And that's because it can attack or defend, but it cannot thwart. On the other hand, if the player's identity is in alter ego form during the villain phase, which is when the villain schemes instead of attacking. The camouflaged ally schemes at the same time as the minions after the villain's activation. The camouflaged ally takes consequential damage after it schemes, but it does not exhaust. That is fascinating. That's a fascinating mechanic. So they're still working behind the scenes while they're in camouflage form. So it looks like from the outset that they're there to assist you, but they're actually still scheming behind the scenes. It's the whole point of being camouflage, right? And the fact they still take damage for that indicates that it's a bit of hard work, right? They've got to scheme without getting caught. It's a bit stressful, that sort of thing. I think that's fantastic. That's beyond a doubt one of the best mechanics I've ever seen. It works. So thematic. Love it. And then you flip it to its revealed side. It has a when revealed ability. Heal or damage, put into play, engage view, that sort of stuff. And there's another thing called keyword. Some of the scrolls have a thing called teamwork. I don't think these guys do, but the scrolls inside the minion deck do. And it just means that they banned if you just to use an old MTG keyword explanation. Yeah, they have banned. They activate at the same time against the same player. So yeah, a lot going on. Like it's quite complicated. So I'm just gonna just go slow. See how we go, and yeah, see what happens. We've also got to deal with this who do you trust card, the environment. So it triggers and gets counters, and then you have like suspicion counters, and you have to do stuff when it happens. I'll go through it when it actually occurs. Spider-Woman herself has her own ability. And then we've got the quest. Now I've already started the setup. You create the imposter deck. We've got those set it aside. Each player puts a camouflaged ally at random from the imposter deck into play under their control. So I'm just going to do my usual 1, 2, 3. And here we get Venom. Okay. Oh, probably helps if she was back in there. Alright, so Venom in the imposter side. There to help me out. Oh, I'm sorry, on the camouflage side, not the imposter side. Then you advance to 1B. Now 1B has some more setup. When revealed, X is equal to the number of scroll card in play. Notice this, it starts with 3 threat. Which again is thematic, but maybe a tad too high considering it's 10. I think maybe 2 per player would be more appropriate. 3 per player is a lot. But anyway, it says 3. And X is number to the number of scroll characters in play. Again, I get it. But you automatically start with 2. So it's automatically going up by 2 every time. So to start with 3, next round it'll automatically be 5. Unless I thwart, of course. You know what I mean? So I'm already halfway there. I just think that's too high. It seems a bit of overkill to me. So there you go. Bit of feedback. Especially considering this guy's going to scheme as well. If I'm in alter ego and stuff, even if I don't, if I go to hero, automatically that's high, and I get it. I get the theme behind it, but then also you got to think we didn't really know the heroes. Well, when I say we, I mean the heroes. They didn't know, right? So it just wouldn't even make thematic sense for me to immediately thwart at the start because I don't know what I'm thwarting. So it's anyway. I said my piece. There. So yeah, then we got search the encounter deck for who do you trust environment, put into play and place one suspicion counter. This should be in the setup section. There's absolutely no need for it to be a search your deck business. It should just be separate and out straight away, which is what I did. I just immediately just grabbed it. I mean, it comes when I downloaded the mod. It comes separate. So if it comes separate, what's the point of having a mechanic where you have to search for it? Again, not the end of the world. Search for it, search for your deck, big deal. But why is it just not in the setup? Just put it into play. Just put a thing on it. And I can only assume it's because there's not enough room on the card. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so boom, there we go. Start with 3. It gets a count already. After any amount of threat is removed from the main scheme, place a suspicion counter here. After the last suspicion counter is removed from here, place 1 per person suspicion counter here and put a camouflage ally at play. As an action, I can remove 3 suspicion counters from here. Yeah, I'm not too sure what the deal is there. Thwarting the quest. The scheme. Thwarting the quest doesn't put anything in it. It's after the amount of threat. Yeah, so if I thwart. Okay, I get it. No, I get it. If I thwart the quest. The scheme. I place a suspicion counter here. So the more thwarting I do, so the more investigation I do, the more suspicious I get? Really? Okay, and then as it flips, she flips to the queen. I don't get it, but that's right. We'll see how it goes in terms of the gameplay. Maybe there's some nuance that I'm missing. 1, 2, 3, 6. Let's get it. Let's get it going on. And it's not even a hero action. It's just an action. Yeah, I'm obviously missing something. Spider-Man woman would take any amount of damage, put that many suspicion counters on who do you trust instead. So how am I ever meant to beat her? I can't actually damage her. I can only damage her if she's in Queen Varanki mode, which is what happens when I remove suspicion counters so that I can flip her. So she's invulnerable in this section, but she's not in this section. Which mirrors the story, right? So she gets revealed, and then Norman Osborn shoots her in the face. So, yeah. Okay, I get it. Let's see. I don't like this hand. Don't like this hand at all. Alright, I'm going to use the Peter resource to play, and those two to put Beat Cop in play, and then immediately use it to move one threat from there to here. Actually, I'm just going to, I know it says move a threat, but I'm actually going to use a counter. What's Peter's? Spidey's threat is 1. Thwarting is 1. And then I'm going to use Turn the Tide and Genius to play Peter, Pavater, which also removes a threat. Flip to Spidey, and I guess, do I want to attack her? If I attack her, when I want to take anywhere, then I put that many suspicion counters. Who do you trust? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I removed 2 threats, so we should have 2 more suspicion counters. So as an action, I can remove 3 and flip her, so I can then damage her. Okay, rightio. So I need to charge it up. I need to charge it up, so which is the investigation, right? So I'm investigating, charge it up. I now have 3, so I can remove 3 as an action. I don't have to flip or anything, just as an action. So as an action, that's what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3. Flip her to Queen Varenki, and then start beating the shit out of her. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Rightio. End of my turn. Draw 5 cards. Got it whipped up. Awesome. Under surveillance. Awesome. Mockingbird. Awesome. Okay, so look for his trigger. If he would leave play, flip him. He's not leaving play. Okay. Alright, so there's 2 scrolls in play, so I get 2 on here. Oh wait, that goes... Oh wait, after the last suspicion counter is removed from here, place 1 suspicion counter here and put a camouflage ally. Oh, so I would have had another ally. 1, 2, 3. So I would have had another ally. So when I did the flip to her, I would have had another one, which I would also have used to attack. It's just, let's face it. Oh. So he would have done 2 more damage. Alright. I guess the thing is you don't want too many because they're going to flip to the enemies and start attacking you as minions, right? So anyway, so 1, 2. I'm not removing threat. She now attacks for 2. No other special ability other than whatever her boost says, which is 1. And then flips back into camouflage mode. That is cool. I like that. That's very cool. Flip Queen Varenki after this activation ends. That's very cool. So she's doing 3. She initiated an attack, so I get to draw a card. I should have chosen the defense before I did that. My apologies. Yeah, I'm going to defend with Venom. Because screw that guy. So he dies. He gets discarded. So he dies before he gets to become a Skrull? Is that how it's meant to work? Like, what's going on there? He's allowed to defend as normal, right? He's camouflaged. He can attack or defend, but it cannot thwart. Okay. So he gets to defend. Flip Queen Varenki after the activation ends. Her activation... Does her activation end now or up after the encounter cards? Villain activation. Yep, her activation has officially ended, so let's flip her over to Spider-Woman. Okay, and now I get my encounter card. The encounter card says Camouflage. When revealed, Spider-Woman schemes. Love it! I mean, I don't love it in terms of it just screwed me, but it's still great. So it just says Spider-Woman scheme. She doesn't have a whole scheme section, so he doesn't get to do his scheme, but she does get to do her scheme, which is why it's important that the activation finished. I just need to make sure that's actually true. Yeah, right. So it's just the activation is just the section where they do their attack or their scheme. So she schemes, right? Because she's in Spider-Woman's section, so she schemes for 2 plus whatever her boost is, which is 2. So she schemes for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. After Spider-Woman schemes, remove 2 suspicion counters. Okay, well, there's only 1. So after the last suspicion counter is removed from here, place 1 suspicion counter here and put a camouflage imposter into player's control. 1, 2, 3. Wolvie. There's so much going on. It's ridiculous. Okay. That's the end of her turn now, right? Do these guys do anything? No? This is madness. It's like the game version of the fight in the Savage Land when they all go investigate the ship and stuff, and people are just all over the place, doesn't know what the hell's going on. This is, yeah, like it. All right, my turn. I don't think I need Swinging Web Kick. I mean, I'm doing enough to her just as is, so I'm going to use Enhanced Spider Sense and Webbed Up to power Under Surveillance. Otherwise, I'm in deep, deep trouble. And then I'm going to Swinging Web Kick and Enhanced Spider Sense Oh. I ain't got enough. Beat cop. To get rid of one of those and put it on here. Threat was removed, so we get one on here. Let's bring that one back and say I use that instead. Alright, so I've got those 3 left in my thing. I can't put Mockingbird into play for 2 reasons. 1, I can't afford her. And 2, I've got 3 allies. And they still count. And it counts against the allies' player limit. Okay, right. So, well, Spidey and Pavater are going to thwart. And then, these guys are going to... Oh wait, I need to flip her. Right, so I need to use the action. Well, let's bump up his by 2. Remove 3 suspicious counter from here. Flip the villain. 1, 2, 3. So there's still 1 on there, so I don't get an ally, which I can't use anyway, because I've got 3. She flips. Wolvie and Captain Marvel attack. 2, 4. And that's everything. Didn't trigger any of this stuff. So much going on, it's crazy. Alright, reset. Get some cards. Okay, and then, I mean, allies that I can't use, that's fine. And now it's her turn. Okay, so there's now 3 scrolls in play. After the villain phase ends, no, so she does her thing now, her activation, which is an attack, 2 plus whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna defend with... Oh, wait. What? I've done something wrong here. Right, when he leaves play, flip him instead. So, when he left play, I should have grabbed the villain purse version of him. Oh, this is madness. I'm going to be looking forever. Search. I should have put the villain version of him into play. Villainous. Heal or damage and put him into play. Flip him instead. Put him into play engaged with you. Right. Okay, so if I use... I was going to use Captain Marvel to defend, right? So she's defending for 2 plus a lot. Okay, give me a second. What's this thing doing? So anyway, so he dies. If he gets removed, he gets flipped. and I grab the villain version. Which is this guy. Okay, so Chaos in Battlefield. It's been used as the boost effect, which is flip one camouflaged ally of your choice after this activation ends. I've only got one left. Which is him. So I've now got 3 minions against me. Now he should have been a villain during her thing. So she attacked, so that means he gets to attack too. Oh, I get to draw a card from her attack. So she attacked, so he should too. Villainous, which means that he gets a boost card. Go on the top 2 cards of your deck. So Pavita dies. Discard the top 2 cards of my deck. Hobie and Strength. Right. This is full on. Wow. Okay, now an encounter card. There's so much going on. Now an encounter card, which is fulfill the prophecy. Okay. Side scheme. The holy text of the Book of Worlds is the main reason the Skrulls turned the invasion of Earth into a holy war. They believed it rightfully theirs. Each Skrull minion gains teamwork. Wow. When defeated, if there's any Skrull minion in play, shuffle this card into the encounter deck. Okay. After the villain phase ends, if she's in, oh no, only if I'm in alter ego mode. I'm not, so she still stays as the queen. Okay. Okay, villain phase has ended. That was... Wow. Wow, dude. I could have cancelled that when revealed effect, but there is none, so couldn't have done crap. I am at a loss of what to do. This is really quite intense. I need to beat them. Yeah, I can't have them mucking about. So I need to get 1, 2 miles and 1, 2 Felicia. When Felicia comes into play, I discard the top 2 cards, and if they're signed, so I get to keep them. Okay, so I get to keep me and girl. And when Miles comes out, I choose Thought or Attack. And he gets +2. Alright. I'm going to... Well, Dar has to die, so I'm going to do give him +4, which kills Dar. Like, he's ridiculous. I'm going to get rid of him. I'm going to put him over here. So straight away, Miles has used his ability. And then I'm going to, between Peter and Felicia, take out... It says remove 4 suspicious counters from who do you trust, which sets it to 0, which means it goes back to 1, and I get one of these guys. So 1, 2, 3, Jean Grey. Who I will use to attack. Queen ranking. Alright, so she goes to her next stage. I can't do anything else. Oh no, I'm going to beat cop. One of these off. Give him one of them. Because I took one off there, puts one on there. Oh no! Yeah, I didn't use my action, so I didn't flip the villain. Okay, cool, thank God. Alright, so she now goes to stage 2. Now, she goes to stage 2 on the same as... Villain stage to be the next stage of villain deck enter play on the same side as the just defeated stage. So she doesn't get to transform back again. So she's now a 1/3 revealed force response after the villain phase ends. So it's basically the same. She just gets more things. And the hit points go back up to 15. Okay. Ready? Draw 4 cards. Okay. Alright, so let's go here. We have 2 scrolls in play. Okay. Queen Vrenki attacks. I get a free card. And I'm going to use... Someone's going to defend. I mean, it's going to be Phoenix. No, you know what? Peter himself will defend. Peter will defend. No, screw it. Phoenix will defend. 3 plus the boost, which is nothing. Boost, reveal this card. Hijacked. Hinder. What does hinder mean? Okay, so hinder just means add a threat. Sweet. When revealed, the first player searches their deck, discard pile, and hand for an ally and places it beneath this scheme. Oh, it gets added to this card, not to this card. Right. When revealed, the first player searches their deck, discard pile and hand for an ally, and places it beneath the scheme. When defeated, that player who defeated the scheme puts the ally beneath into play under their control. I can't actually use Gwen, so I'm just going to use Gwen. It'll be the only way I can get her into play, because I can't actually play her right now. So let's do that. And now I've got whatever that's called. I can't remember what it's called, but it means I can't take threat off. Can't thwart threat or remove threat. I think I can still beat GOP, but I can't thwart. Pretty sure. Crisis. The crisis icon, I think. Alright, anyway. Phoenix dies. And becomes an enemy for me to defeat. When revealed, heal or damage. Yep, did that. Force response. After Korra attacks you, discard the top card of each player's deck. Okay. Fair enough. What's the encounter card, that's right. Which is Infiltration Ritual. When revealed, put a camouflage ally at random from the imposter deck into play under any player charge. You cannot discard game Surge. I don't think I can be bothered dealing with that. Oh, I don't have it anymore. Pooh. I was going to try and get rid of it. Oh, I don't have a choice. Thanks very much. Put a card into play. Right. Okay. So I get an ally. So again, 1, 2, 3. Carnage as an ally. Bloody hell. Gee, you know you're desperate when you got Carnage as an ally. And that's it. Done. Blink. My turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, she attacked before. I should have gotten a free card. Did I get a free card? Oh yeah, because I had to get rid of Gwen. So I did get a free card. Okay, my turn. Peter getting out of scheme is pretty much inevitable at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna happen. So the only play to play Ingenuity is to get it out there. Yeah, I'm going to hit. Oh wait, he should have attacked. I'm just going to say he took 2 points of damage because he should have attacked. So I'm going to hit him with Peter and Black Cat and kill him. And then flip to Peter, which generates a resource. I'm going to use that resource. No. I'm going to use energy to play Ingenuity. And then use Ingenuity and Peter's resource. And across the Spider-Verse is wild and say it's a science to play. Oh, I can't play Mingo. Oh, bloody hell. He's flip. Well, I'll just use Peter's resource to play web shooter. Oh, man. Carnage and Miles will attack for 4. And kill Cora. And then I think I'm going to call it. I need to go have dinner. Strangely enough. So I'm just going to reset. Draw my 3 cards. And it's now the villain's turn. So I'm going to pause it there. At the villain's turn. And I shall return.